So for this problem 1, this is from 8-2 practice using the Pythagorean theorem and its converse. So this is problem 1. So your first steps in this type of problem is recognizing the information that you're given and the information that you're trying to find. So in this case, we have a right triangle, and we're given 2 side lengths, and we're trying to find the third side. Well, the 2 sides that we're given are the 2 legs, and the side that we're looking for in this problem is the hypotenuse. So the Pythagorean theorem is given by a squared plus b squared equals c squared, where a and b are your 2 legs and c is the hypotenuse. So what we're going to do is we're going to substitute these 3 side lengths into our formula in the appropriate place. Now, a and b, if you remember, doesn't matter which is which, but one thing that I recommended was always making your a your smallest leg, your smallest side. So in this case, since 13 is my smallest leg, I'm going to put it first. So I get 13 squared. I also know my other leg is 23, so that's my B. And then the side that I'm looking for is the hypotenuse, or C. All right, so with any equation, your goal is to isolate x. So that means get just one single x all by itself. So what we're going to do is we're going to calculate our 13 squared, which is 169. Then we're going to calculate the 23 squared. And I'm just going to type that into a calculator. So I get 23 squared, and that gives me plus 529 equals x squared. So once we square these two side lengths, they're already together. They're already on the same side of our equal sign. So we're just going to add these two together here. All right, so we're going to add 529 plus 169, and I get 698 equals x squared. Now I'm leaving the squared part in blue to remind me that I've always got to get rid of that squared. Okay? So I have x here in red. That's what I've got to get rid of, or that's what I've got to isolate. So my last step here is to get rid of this 2 right here. Okay? So the way I get rid of that squared is by taking the square root of both sides. And that square root is going to cancel the squared. So it's just going to leave me x there, isolated now by itself. And then on the left side, I've got to do the square root of 698. And I get 26.4 as my hypotenuse. Now, as a quick check, what I want to do is look at your 3 sides, and you should, at this point, know or remember that the longest side always has to be the hypotenuse of the right triangle. So once I get this third side calculated, just a quick check to ensure that yes, in fact, my hypotenuse in this case is the longest side out of these three. That doesn't 100% guarantee that I'm right, but it's a pretty good indicator that I did my calculations correctly if, when all is said and done, my hypotenuse is the longest side.